Hey everyone, I'm Eddie. You might have heard about me in the previous videos. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the differences between men and women. As a wise man, I'm a true egalitarian and an absolute believer in gender equality. And my girl Ida, she's an independent, confident and talented woman. So I used to strongly believe that there were no differences between men and women. And I used to think that people who had stereotypes about men and women and treated them differently just couldn't keep up with the tide of progress. But cruel reality kept teaching me that I was wrong again and again. I have to be honest, men and women are different, and the difference is encoded in our genes. Men love systems, numbers, and power, whereas women are just crazy about connecting with others. So men love games, all kinds of games, whereas women love communicating, all kinds of communicating. But men usually don't like all this endless talking. It can sometimes make them feel powerless. At the same time, men's reluctance to join in the conversation can be really annoying to women. They sometimes interpret it as men not valuing their relationship. Women usually pay more attention to the relationship, and they remember all the little things. This sometimes highlights men's bad memories. How can you not remember? Come on, which restaurant did we go to for our date last Tuesday? It was the one I told you I really liked. It was could have been... yeah, I remember. The basketball game was on. The score was 30-30. That game was really... I'm sure you're all familiar with this scene. Women value attitudes. We were in a fight. First, everything was going fine until he lifted the corner of his mouth. And you know what? That was contempt. It showed that he was disagreeing, not with what I was saying, but with me as a person. This is a serious problem. My second cousin's friend used to do that all the time, and it led to him getting divorced. Whereas men tend to value outcomes. We were in a fight and it made me feel bad. But why are men and women so different? Well, back when we used to live in caves, life was pretty hard. No hospitals, no cars, no internet, not even enough food to eat. Men and women had to work together just to survive. So there was a division of labor. Men were in charge of hunting and protecting the tribe. And they were the ones who risked being impaled by a wild boar or stabbed by an enemy. Women were responsible for child rearing and helping to resolve problems within the tribe. They were the ones who risked being abandoned by the tribe if they couldn't perform their roles. We struggled through the Stone Age for more than 3 million years. Mother Nature eventually wrote these differences between men and women into our genes so that we'd have a better chance of surviving in the environment we lived in. It's taken me so long, but I finally created my masterpiece. Then, all of a sudden, something unexpected happened. Humans invented the steam engine and stepped into the modern world in less than 300 years. Now men and women no longer need to be so different. They can do the same jobs and they deserve to be treated equally. But 300 years of modern living is nothing compared to 3 million years of the Stone Age. Mother Nature hasn't had enough time to readjust our genes. So we're basically just cavemen in modern clothes. And the differences between men and women, which come from the Stone Age, can cause some problems in our modern world. Thankfully though, 3 million years of the Stone Age isn't much compared to the 3.5 billion years that it's taken to eventually make us. And the small differences between men and women that we got from the Stone Age certainly aren't irreconcilable. For example, with just a little bit of praise from women, men will jump for joy. Honey, I'm home! Look at what I've got! Wow! How can you be so amazing? And men, just try to talk with women about their feelings a bit more. You'll see what a difference it makes. Today Lucy came over and told me all about her new boyfriend. Oh really? Come here, tell me about it. Wow, I'm so happy for her. But I'm also a little concerned. She just broke up with the last guy. If this relationship turns out to be an irrational impulse, it would hurt her even more. By the way, I caught the dragon that broke into our house by mistake. In fact, those 3 million years of evolution have brought us some benefits and taught us a few things. If you have some of the virtues of the opposite sex, you'll be more popular, because you'll be able to relate more with others and be more helpful. For example, men who are more in touch with their emotions and more willing to communicate, and women who are more assertive, are more attractive. So in the end, we can't ignore the differences between men and women, but we shouldn't overestimate their impact either. Remember that, learn from it, and it'll make your life happier and easier.